Vanakkam, Namaste, and blessings to everyone. This is Dr. Bhairavi Balasubramanian, PhD, the Sky Priestess. So, this is Hello Neighbor, installation 12. As you know, Hello Neighbor is a video series that I created in tribute to the work of Mr. Fred Rogers and the way he was able to build community for decades in a way that, really left a lasting impact on millions of people. Um, and whilst I am not he, I figured there should be some kind of a space where some attempts to that were being made as part of the work that I do. Now there is a angry cat who's currently in a carrier, so I'm just going to unzip her out. And she's in there, so she eats her tuna, which is laced with her medication. So I'm just doing that so she's not going to interrupt the feed. There we go, and we can get to it. So today, it's actually something like 4:15 a.m. in Malaysia. I'm still half asleep. But I had this is a really weird thing. I just had to come on and tell all of you. But I, I had a dream, and I was some extended members of the family of origin were trying to get me married off to someone, and what's the word? And so the first guy they picked was some kind of swindler. And I'm like, what are you doing? And the second guy they picked was some kind of white accountant. And which is not always a bad thing. It's just, no common values at all. But they even tried to get an astrologer to tell me why this was a great thing and whatever. And I was just like, what? And I swear to God, this is what happened in the dream. And they're like, why did you reject him? Now, I figured out that basically they just wanted me to marry these dudes so they could go and apply for some loans. And as I told you a couple of days ago, I just found out that same family of origin had swindled, like, I'm not even going to go into the amount, a ridiculous amount of money in my name without me knowing about it. And so, that's why I was taking a little step back to process that for myself, and I haven't been talking about other stuff. But so when I see this again in my dream, and I realize now they're trying to use marriage as that tactic, um, this is why I turned around and I said to him. And when I told this to my brother, he said, "There's no doubt that was you." He's just like, "There's no one else who would do that." But I'm like, I cannot marry someone who does not understand. And I'm not kidding. This was flat out what came out in my dream. I cannot marry someone who does not understand that black people deserve reparations for what was taken from them in the time of slavery and the wealth that they should have earned, that their families and communities should have had, should be given to them. And they're all just kind of looking at me. It's like, aren't you being self righteous? I'm like, no, I'm not. But I cannot marry someone who does not understand that. And then I woke up and I was like, yeah, that was probably me. But it was in my mind. It was just I guess it was also my subconscious telling me, saying, you haven't talked about it in a while. You better mention it. Because even if I'm not talking about it, I'm looking at what's going on every day and doing the research and taking my time to get informed and so on and so forth. But yeah, that was my dream. I literally woke up to that this morning at 4 o'clock. I was like, okay, this must be important. And yeah, I mean, it's not surprising. It came through, was represented by people from a bloodline who are unfortunately notoriously anti-black. It's funny, right? I'm a dark skinned Indian. I mean, if you go to India, you'll see Indians who are much darker than me and Indians who are much fairer than me. And I would come under the dark category. So I'm a dark skinned Indian, and it's crazy to me that there is so much anti black prejudice in India and also, amongst Indians. They don't necessarily, I mean, I'm not generalizing for everybody. There's some people there who really see the intersections between the two and are actual allies. But then there's a lot of people who put themselves on a different kind of pedestal when it comes to India, looking at what's happening with the black community in the United States and other parts of the diaspora. And yeah, I, I, I don't know which planet I came out of, but it wasn't from that bloodline. I just happened to go into it. Um, but yeah, it's been interesting. It's been interesting. There are a lot of things that had I been born in a different space in a different time, but that's not what happened. I'd have probably embraced a lot of things a lot sooner. I have recently developed a love for reggae, and there's this reggae root station that's playing a lot of the time in our in the space that we're renting right now, and the cats love it too. And the cats just kind of zonk out. But one of the things that I really love about reggae as a genre is the way that they talk about the hardest shit in the most calm way possible, like the calmest way possible. And I'm not even going to go into it because I can't do the accent. I'm not going to try. But there's one of the songs, and I just keep laughing at it. I mean, it's poignant, but I keep laughing at it because the lyrics are literally, "Stop that train, I want to get on. My baby's leaving me now." In that cadence, it's so calm. The guy's probably got his heart breaking, but you're just sitting there listening to it, doing this, and that's what's been happening. And my brother's just like, "You think you know a person?" He's also very, very much an ally for BLM. And like I said, we're not entirely sure how we got into that bloodline because there's no one like us really in the rest of it. Um, but yeah, that was my dream, man. I woke up and I was like, okay, okay, subconscious, you made your voice heard. In fact, what I wanted to share with you was yesterday I was actually looking at John Oliver, whom I have to say is one of my most favorite Caucasians on the planet. He's if you haven't checked him out, check him out. He always does a very it's supposed to be political comedy where he tells you the news, and he goes through very detailed research for anything that he talks about. And he talks about really important things. Like I remember his coverage on gerrymandering, or how the limits of local borders are drawn to favor some parties over the others. I mean, and it's for people who don't have the time to do the research, or who are just not at all familiar with politics and want a really nice, easy way to absorb. It's and even people who know it, it's just a really good way to look at the facts presented. And I was watching his video on the police. And to be fair, John Oliver is he's not exactly like a Democrat, what you call it, pawn, because he flat out says no, they were the guys who did this and the Republicans did that. And really, when it comes to transforming the system of policing in the United States, they both got blood on their hands. That's one of the reasons why I like him. But I'd highly recommend watching that video. And he was so you could see his pain. I love that man, I really do. And so yeah, check out John Oliver. It's just police. And for people who want to understand what the phrases like defunding the police actually mean, it's not the hysterical thing that people talk about. It's actually been done in the United States. There are actual cases of communities that grew and thrived and built community trust once again. Look at the information. Don't fall for the propaganda. I mean, as I was watching this, I have to admit, in my mind, I went, yeah, I can see why they cast him as Zazu in The Lion King. And I told my brother about it, and he had the exact same thought. We tend to do that. But yeah, that's just what's been going on in my head. Um, so that's what's going on with me. And I woke up and I was like, okay, time to do a Hello Neighbor. So that's what's been happening with me, in addition to dealing with stuff that has come up. So let's go through the comments now. Keeping this one light just because it is the middle of the night for me, and I have work in a couple of hours. So let's go through and see who's here. Hello, Gina. Hello, Ryan. Hello, MS Love and Life. Hello, Ariel. Hello, Ebony. Hello, Cicely. Cicely says hi to the kitties as well. Hello, Crone. Hello, Melv. Hello, N Black. Hey, fam. Hey, Jennifer. Hey Mosgarian. Hey Maya. Hello 305 Capricorn, my admin. Thank you for volunteering. Hello Vanessa. Hello Patrice. Let's see. Hello Vicky. Who else is here? Hello Velvets. Hello VB. Hello Heather. Hello Jolene. Hello Crystalline Crow. Hello Anthony. We're almost at the list. Hello Moai, if I'm saying that right. Hello Michelle. Hello Chrissy. Hello Suzanne. Hello Angel. Hello Crone. Hello Shell. Hello Joyous Day. Hello Tamika. Hello Lady. Hello Jillian. Hello Amy. Hello Star. Hello Zen Watermom, also known as Batwoman. Hello Amy. If I've said that already, never mind, it's okay. You get two hellos. And hello Rose. So hello to all of you. So what's going on with you? Keep it light. Oh, and hello Sabatip, if I'm saying that right. Um, keep it light. It's still for something. This is what spirit does. This is what spirit does. So what's been going on with you? How's your eclipse? I mean, I know a lot of you have had a lot of information and a lot of energy has come through for all of you. And I've been doing my best to prep you as best I can. But at a certain point, it's like, you're at the chasm. You either jump or you don't. And let's see. Hello, TC. Hello, Adrienne. Hello, Red Lentil. So, what's going on with you? Is anything cool happening? Or is it just me and my great dream? I remember when I was 5, um, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but especially if you're in the United States and if you're Caucasian, the best reference is an immigrant family. And if you're brown, Asian, black, whatever, you know exactly what I mean. Like when I was a kid, I didn't do something. And, whilst there are, of course, some families who brutalize their kids, we're not going into that, that's terrible. But, it's like, if you don't this, I'm gonna like scuff you up or something like that. It's meant as a joke. It's not meant as an actual threat. But legit, I was 5 years old, and same person who swindled my cash told this to me, trying to get me to do something. And it wasn't meant as a serious way, but I looked straight back. I was 5, and I just said, you do that, I will call the cops. That was me at 5. And I'm looking at myself going, I was a badass at 5. Where the hell did my sense go? Oh, we have a cat visitor. We have a cat visitor who's trying to, hang on. Let's see what we got. This is Lucky Cat. Hi, Lucky Cat. Say hello to the family. You've seen Lucky Cat. Well, the reason why she's in there is because my little girl needed some medicine in her food. So, and I have to hide it in tuna because she's a diva, okay? She's a diva. No, this is not the cat who was ill. And this one is just happy and chubby and plump. So let's see. Oh, okay, hang on. All right. Let's see. I'm just taking stuff that's not going to take me too much work because, like I said, I'm still half asleep. Oh, okay. Vivi, does an eclipse have an effect on us even though it is not seen in the country one stays? Yes, absolutely. It happens all over the world. Okay, Suzanne, all the physical things breaking, but major clarity and restoration of dreaming patterns. If you buy new electronic items, get some shungite or amazonite. That'll help them last longer. Let's see. When you said to add lime to the Epsom salt bath a bit ago, how would you do that? Oh, okay. This is different for everyone. Please remember your own physical sensitivities. For me, because I'm a larger woman, I might use 2 handfuls of salt, maybe even 3. Some people go way over that. And in terms of the limes, what you would do in this land, you would basically just cut the lime. You can have the zest on, cut the lime in half, you squeeze it, and you leave it in the bath water. If it's a very small lime like this, some people even use 20. I would say 5 to 10. If you've got a larger lime like of this size, then you use say 4 or 5. Sometimes people put flowers in it. That's the cats. They're doing their nightly Olympics. They wake me up at night, which is fine. I love looking at the cats. Um, and Yeah, sometimes they put in flowers. Sometimes they put in all kinds of stuff. Basically, to consecrate the water and consecrate the bath. It's the same idea as putting herbs in your bath water, but lime and salt is just a very old combination. Let's see. What else we got here? Lots of people saying hi to Lucky Cat. Thank you. Crone asks, can you also use lemon? You can. The psychic properties are slightly different, which is why I usually stick with lime, but you wouldn't, I mean, it wouldn't be a terrible thing. Let's see. Amy asked about essential oils. You can, but remember to check contraindications. Let's see. Again, just picking what my brain can handle right now. How can I use this eclipse to transform my fear of being seen and heard? You don't use an eclipse, in my opinion. The eclipse uses you. No, the eclipse moves through you and works through you no matter what you're doing. I would say, to be honest, with eclipses, just be open. Be open to seeing, to feeling. Be open to always challenging yourself. Because if you're not open to looking at things a different way, that's when the eclipse can manifest in severe blockages. Like, I had terrible news. This is going to set me back a couple of years financially, like in a significant way, but still I am continuing on. I am soldiering on. I'm not letting depression get to me. I'm not letting fear get to me, because I'm working with the energy of the eclipse, saying, all right, this is the challenge. I'm going to go dig myself out of this. And hopefully, the divine helps me too. But if I was not preparing myself, and that's why I share what I share with you, because when you see certain astrological indicators, you get indicators as to key dates, key moments to keep reorienting your attitude. And ultimately, no matter what school of thought you're from, no matter what spiritual path you follow, really, more than anything else, attitude counts. Your attitude, your intention, why you're doing something, and what clarity you're doing it with. It's less about the actual tool. It's like I don't know, this is actually said by a Chinese martial artist, but I think a Chinese martial artist once said that even a blade of grass can become a weapon in the right hands. So it's literally just about being open to receiving that information, being open to process and work with what does come up. So that's, you don't actually need to do anything in that way. At the very least, that's how I work with magic. That's how I work with spirituality. um, it's like breathing. It's like life. The further away we get from it, the more complex and unnecessarily karmic it gets. Let's see. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Let's see. Yes, it's not even 5 a.m. yet in KL. Go back to the beginning of this. You'll see I talk about the dream that woke me up today. It was a very cool dream. It was really cool. Um, Yeah, Starheart says it sounds like Bruce Lee. I said it could be Bruce Lee. I'm not. I can't remember whom that would is. Oh, one person has mentioned something important. She got burned from essential oils in the bath recently. Be careful. That's actually a really good point. If you do work with essential oils in the bath, it's important that you rub it with some salt before you put it in, because I believe the word is emulsification, that emulsifies the oils a bit. Because just having a drop of really concentrated oil, say like cassia, can be quite detrimental to your skin. So you need to break it up a little bit. Someone is asking, let's see, Fomus fomentarius. I'm looking that up on a different phone. Hang on. just because I might know it by another name. I don't know it by the scientific name, so I'll have to check. Hang on. Fomus uh, fomentarius. Let's see, what is this? Oh, okay, it's a species of fungal plant. Nope, I do not know about that. Okay. Let's see. I read somewhere that solar eclipses, new beginnings, lunar eclipses, endings. I used to think that, but then when I started really working with energy, I saw that it worked both ways. Okay. Let's see. Michelle sends me a cute cat emoji. Starheart wants to know if I've watched Hamilton yet. Not yet. I'll be honest with you. I can't really watch musicals. It's not to say that they're bad. Some of them are fantastic. I went and saw Wicked live 3 times. That was amazing. But I either need to be reading the text or looking at it. It's very hard for me, especially if it's like, if it's unless it's a classical, Western European classical format, like opera, for example, then I can kind of pay attention to one thing. But if it's in a different musical format, I'll literally be sitting there looking at the text instead of looking at what's going on. So I'm one of those people who needs to know what they're saying before they actually say it so I can enjoy it. But I might check it out. I might check it out. I've heard it's really good. Let's see. Lots of this stuff that you're asking me, you can Google it. So I'm just going for the non-essential things yet, and or other things where maybe you can't find the answer on Google. Let's see. Heather says my energy is very calming today. Don't get used to it. I don't plan on doing um, videos when I'm half asleep. Okay. For curiosity, ask, do the interpretations of dreams change during the eclipses? Let's see. Let's see. No, I don't think so. I think if anything, it'd be more intense. I don't think that it's going to like change the symbolism of it unless there's a big spiritual shift that changes your foundation. Maybe I should do my sessions half asleep. I could call it the calming sessions. I'll probably get bored. Okay. Let's see. All right, let's wrap it up because I think I need to go lie down again. Um, mm, mm, mm. Any last things that, Now, for those of you who want to know the astrology, I did an article actually. Um, it's here on the YouTube community space, but it's also on my website. So you can go and check that out if you want some information on the kinds of changes this eclipse brings. Let's see. Okay, Ebony asks if Google info doesn't really. Okay, can you reference me? Well, okay, now the House of Fortune. I think you mean the part of fortune. I think that's what you mean. Unless you're talking about something else, which I don't know. But the part of fortune is effectively a point where a person's fortunes can go up or they can come crashing down. So, what aspects the part of fortune is actually more important than where it actually is. So you need to be looking more at at the, at the, you need to be looking more at the, God, I'm falling asleep. You need to be looking more at the angles. Okay, let's see. BGR, Sky Priestess, isn't racism just karma? Well, so's murder, so's rape. Doesn't mean you stop protesting about it or you stop finding justice about it. I mean, everything we do is karma. Every good action, every bad action. So the question isn't, it doesn't work. Everything comes down to something that has happened before. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm gonna go to sleep now because I'm sleepy. And Amy says thank you to you and kitties. Most welcome. So take care, everyone. I'm gonna go back and sleep, and maybe I'll have interesting dreams, but without any risk. And I'll speak to you guys some other time. Guys, girls, people of different genders and sexualities included, of course, and so on and so forth. Bye.